Joining us now is Thomas Huger. He is a managing partner at LEOPARD Capital. He specializes in investing in frontier markets and specializes in also in, I guess, investing in the Cambodian stock market with its first listing.
That's absolutely correct, yes. For our fund, we have also applied in the IPO. It was very difficult to get shares.
But you got them?
We got some, yes, at the end, yeah. The first time it was 17 times oversubscribed. 70% were in the first tranche auctioned, and in the Dutch auction it was fixed at nearly at the top end of the range. And in the second round we also got some tiny shares.
17 times oversubscribed. So do you expect actually this one to go off like a rocket?
It will go off like a rocket. I think so far we know most of the investors who got allocated shares were local investors, and it shows how enthusiastic the local people are about this company, which is a very good company.
It's a water company, isn't it?
It's a water company, and also about in general about the Cambodian economy. As you said, it's growing 6% probably this year, so we are very optimistic, yes. Okay,
the Cambodian Security Exchange has 24 computers in an air-conditioned room on the 25th floor of the capital's tallest office building, so it's small beginnings, isn't it?
It's a small beginning, yes, but compared with other markets in the region, there are already 11 brokers there, and we think that tomorrow there will be...
So how many stock listings are we looking at here?
Tomorrow will be one stock. It will be PHNOM Water, and we expect later this year that 2 more companies, currently state-owned, will be listed. So one is Sihanoukville Port, and the third one will be Cambodia Telecom.
So these are, well, small beginnings. Is this typical of a frontier market? Because that's your specialty, isn't it?
That's absolutely correct, yes. I mean, you have different... I mean, in Laos and Cambodia you have this way. In Vietnam, Mongolia, we had the other way, where state-owned companies were allocated to the inhabitants or to the people.
Okay, so what are the advantages of investing in such a market?
I mean, in general, frontier markets are growing much faster than the developed economies, especially Europe and the US, which have some problems apparently.
Oh, a couple.
Yeah. A couple, yes, yeah. And yes, I mean, that's just the basic story. So and the GDP levels are very, very low. So there will be a sustained growth for the future. And the valuations as well are very cheap compared with developed markets.
Well, I would also, you know, and I always say this on the program, they're cheap for a reason. So there's a reason. That's one of the pitfalls, that they can actually fall as well quite a lot too. And what about also the transparency, the regulation in place? Is that something you have to be very wary of?
It depends always from market to market. Yes, certainly transparency and sometimes the business mentality of some of the companies is questionable, but that's why you need a specialist who runs your fund or your investments. So it's probably the best thing for private investors to invest through a fund.
It's still, I mean, you know, you guys are quite lucky at LEOPARD Capital. I mean, it's quite hard to get an investment opportunity there, isn't it?
Cambodia actually is very open for foreign investors. It's one of the most...
I mean, you were saying how many local indigenous investors wanted to get into the action.
Yes, in the listed space, yes, yeah. But let's say we also run a private equity fund in Cambodia, and there we think it's so far very easy to invest. The economy is one of the most open economy in Asia, and certainly the most open economy within the frontier Asia space.
So we can look forward to lots more listings as well coming through as well. You mentioned some of those, but I want to also just talk to you about you know, frontier markets generally. We got Myanmar opening up gradually. The Australian government announcing it was lifting some of the sanctions it had yesterday. Now, how far behind would you say is Myanmar now compared to Cambodia?
Difficult to say, but I would say between 5 and 10 years, certainly, yes.
But we could possibly see a market opening up in Rangoon, couldn't we? That's distinctly on the cards as well.
I mean, there's already a stock market. There is one stock exchange. They have 2 stocks listed. It's only for domestic investors as well. But there are no brokers, so it's payment deliveries versus cash.
OTC.
OTC, yes.
Oh, quite literally.
That's right, yes. It's over the counter, yeah.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us. Thomas Huger there is from LEOPARD Capital, just talking about investing in frontier markets and also particularly looking at Cambodia.